on the breezeway?
On the breezeway.
No, we're in the
breezeway.
In the breezeway.
Oh, in the breezeway.
It's part of the school, so if you're in the school, then you're also in the breezeway. Well,
We're in. I think it is.
Yeah, we're in the breezeway.
Because it's in a sentence.
In the breezeway.
Never on. What do you say to people who claim we're on the breezeway?
It's not a mountain.
What?
In the breezeway.
Well, no, if we're in the breezeway, we're kind of on it in a
No,
way.
the breezeway's the entire
You know, it's a half and half question. I can't answer this. I can't answer this.
Because, like, we're still in the building. You're in a breeze.
I think it's more the concept of the wall surrounding.
Yeah, the wall.
Yes.
I say on. Because we're standing on the breezeway.
No, we're standing.
I say
you can be on a strip. The breezeway.
In the breezeway. In the breezeway.
Why?
I've never heard anyone say on the breezeway.
On the breezeway.
On the breezeway.
Why do you say on?
Because you're outside.
I'm standing.
Yes.
I'm standing in it, I guess.
In it.
We in
Right.
We're in the breezeway.
We're in the breezeway.
What kind of question is that? Because it's like the UVA grounds. We're not in the UVA grounds. We're on the UVA grounds. That's like saying you're in America, but I'm on grass. Like,
That's just stupid. That's really stupid.
Hey Patriots, welcome back to Inside ATown. I'm Jonathan, and I'm in the breezeway. At least, that's where I think I am.
Hey Patriots, and welcome back to another episode of Inside ATown. This week we caught up with the reigning state champions girls soccer team and interviewed some of the teammates and the coach.
With about 90 seconds to go, the play is stopped, and we kind of collect our girls on the sideline, which is rare for us to be able to do, and just tell them it only takes one chance, one opportunity, and thankfully somehow our senior leaders and captains got the job done to play the ball perfectly to each other, know exactly where each other should be, and then that ball goes in the back of the net, and it's like, holy cow, we just did this.
It's very nerve-wracking before the game because you're there and you see the other teams and it's this atmosphere of just high competitive high school students that are here competing at the highest level that they can reach, and they're all everyone wants it so bad and everyone has the same goal that it's kind of an amazing feeling to be surrounded by everyone who desires the same thing that you do and that you're all fighting for it in this kind of all-for-nothing game.
Yeah, so we, the last few minutes, it was still 0-0. Mountain View changed up their game plan. We had seen them before, so they completely changed up their game plan, and so we knew we had to continue to stick to us, and we were going to figure something out. So
I think the biggest thing was just maintaining our composure and understanding that we have each other's backs and we can get through anything, and especially in practice we just apply what we were practicing and everything was going to work out in the end.
Yeah, this team was the most driven team that I've ever coached. We would sometimes in the season be like, man, I think we need a day off or a playoff, and holy cow, the captains would come to me and be like, no, we need to go hard. We need to push ourselves, because they knew where they wanted to be. They knew, the pressure was on us. It was pretty insurmountable pressure that we built on ourselves, but they wanted to be holding up that trophy at the end of the year, and that's exactly what they did.
When I first moved here and was trying out for the soccer team, I was scared out of my mind. I knew that they were really good last year and that they were just a really well-rounded team, so I was super nervous coming into it, and then they just accepted me with open arms. I've never met any group of people that is just so open and willing to experience new people.
Coming in this year, we were a little nervous, but we also had this desire from the previous year that we didn't win states and then we got knocked out. We had this kind of hunger to be back in states, and so with our seniors this year, last year, going through, they were kind of influential on the team. They were very involved and upbeat, and they were the kind of people that you could just talk to, and they were there for you inside of soccer and outside of soccer. So I think the relationships that we had on the team were so much stronger that it like helped us really get in like the mindset that this is something we wanted to accomplish and that this is something we were going to get done this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, but it's really exciting and it's really cool to be able to say that you've had this experience and seen all the talent on different levels. And getting to do it with my 20 best friends was the best part of it.
Clubs are a big part of the social aspect of Albemarle High School. This week, Delaney caught up with Miss Roberts, the club coordinator.
Clubs started up this week here at AHS, and we're here with Miss Roberts, who is the director of the clubs here. Can you tell us a little bit about the clubs here at AHS?
Sure. Between honor societies, CTE clubs that run out of the classes, and then just general clubs, we have over 40 clubs this year. So there's a lot of opportunities for kids to get involved. We have everything ranging from academic clubs to actually a lot of service clubs this year. And then of course there's always Chook Ball. So there's plenty of things to get involved in.
What are some of the new and interesting clubs offered here at AHS?
Well, this year we have actually what is most exciting for me is the amount of new service clubs we have. So this year we'll be starting up a UNICEF club, which is really great because it helps kids all over the world, and a Teens for Wounded Warriors here at AHS. So what I was really excited about in seeing a lot of the new clubs was how much Patriots seem to want to give back this year, which is awesome.
What's the weirdest club that you can recall being proposed here at AHS?
So not when I was here as the club coordinator, but in the past there's been a lumberjack club that used to be here at AHS that I think the only thing they ever really did was make pancakes. It no longer is here because they had a little bit of a fire hazard because of making pancakes, but that's the weirdest one I've seen.
Why is it important to have clubs here at AHS?
I think it's really important for kids to be able to find their people here at AHS. You know, like you're going to be here for 4 years. You want to have things that you're passionate about that you can get involved in. Academics can be hard, and so it's nice to have people outside that share an interest with you that you can be supportive of each other. Plus, you get to do all the really cool things that just don't happen in a classroom. Like, for example, last year there was a Pokemon Go Club. So you can kind of find people that are interested in the same things that you are and create a community within AHS for yourself.
Where can students find lists of clubs and their contacts if they're still interested in joining?
Fantastic question. So, first things first, there's an activities fair next week during chat on Thursday, and it's going to be all sorts of clubs, organizations, anything that kids can get involved in here at AHS. We'll be out here on the breezeway advertising, probably giving away for some free stuff at some of those, and that's a great place to start, is just come out and meet the people who are involved. And then right now we're in the process of updating our club page, which is off of the student page at AHS. So if you go to the school's website, you click on student, there's a link to where it says clubs and activities. And so once all the fair is done and we have all the new clubs registered after that, that's where all of the information will be, including sponsors and how to get involved.
Thank you for spending time with us here, and we're looking forward to clubs.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Language Hallway. This week we interviewed a brand new teacher here at Albemarle. Her name is Miss Vera.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Teacher Report. On the Teacher Report, we're trying to learn a little bit about all the new teachers, and today I'm with Miss Verum, and we're going to learn a little bit more about you. So, how did you get here, and what's your background coming into Albemarle High School?
I just graduated from UVA. I studied Spanish and education. I always knew I wanted to be a teacher because my mom was a teacher, my cousin's a teacher, my aunt's a teacher, and I always wanted to stay in Charlottesville. I grew up in Richmond, Virginia, but my family's in Charlottesville, so got married, didn't want to go anywhere else but here, and so here I am.
What are your teaching responsibilities this year? Tell us a little bit about what you do.
I do Spanish 1 and 2, and we're going to be doing a lot of storytelling, a lot of dancing, singing, reading, writing, all that good stuff in Spanish.
What drew you to Spanish?
Spanish was like the only thing I was really good at in high school. there was a really cute boy in my Spanish class in high school, so I was really excited to go every day. But more importantly, my best friends in high school were Spanish speaking, and so one of them was from Guatemala, a couple were from El Salvador, and I just was always really interested in their lives and their families and backgrounds, and so we learned to communicate in Spanish class, and I'm still friends with them to this day. So
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your interests or hobbies outside of school? What do you like to do?
I really like yoga. I go to hot yoga, and that helps me unwind. Play Dungeons and Dragons with my husband and our best friends. So like every 2 weeks we get together and we play. It's really fun. It's just like this fantasy acting game. I love to dance. I like to swing dance. I love to dance at weddings. I love to watch TV. I love memes. I always am looking at memes on Reddit. That's really how I unwind at the end of the day.
So tell me a little bit about your life in high school and what did you like to do? What were some extracurriculars that you participated in?
So I was in show choir and I enjoyed it, but I really just came to school for my friends and I worked really hard, but it just was never anything that I was like glad to be there for. And so things have changed a lot. So I learned a lot in high school, had a pretty bad attitude, and grew up a little bit, realized how fortunate I was to get my education, and so now I'm much more excited about it. It's my second time around teaching high school. I have a better attitude, I think.
What's on your Spotify playlist? Gotta ask.
Beyonce, Michael Jackson, Hamilton. That's pretty much it these days.
What is the last TV show that you binge watched?
I'm watching Parks and Rec right now. I've never watched it all the way through, and I'm constantly rewatching Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt and Arrested Development over and over and over and over. They're my favorite.
So we want to thank Miss Verum for coming in and talking to us today, and welcome to Albemarle High School.
Thank you.
And see you next time on Teacher Report.
That was good.
Thank you for joining us this week.
Join us again next week for another look inside A-Town. Go Patriots!